Hey everyone, it's August 17th, and that means that if today's your birthday, you share it with serial killer and fraudster John Donald Merrett, known as the Amazing Mr. Chesney, who murdered 3 victims over a span of 30 years, and that is him right up there. Merrett, who was later known as Ronald Chesney, was born in New Zealand in 1908, but the family moved to St. Petersburg, Russia when he was a young boy. Sick of the cold, his mother left his father and moved with Merrett to Switzerland, where it's obviously very warm and pleasant all the time. After World War I, they returned to New Zealand, where he showed an aptitude for learning languages, which led to his acceptance at the University of Edinburgh in 1925. His mother was concerned that he was showing too much interest in young women, and hoped that by sending him to university he'd settle down and shed his reputation as a ladies' man who reportedly bedded dozens of women at his school. Her hopes were in vain, however, as he quickly dropped out of school without telling his mother. He would leave home in the morning with his books, then head to a local dance hall where he'd spend his day and his mother's money, which he obtained through forging checks. She asked him about the money in 1926, and just a few days later after breakfast, their servants heard Merrett shout, "My mother has shot herself!" They ran to the room to find his mother laying on the floor, bleeding from a gunshot wound to her head. She was rushed to the hospital and regained consciousness, but didn't remember what happened and died 2 weeks later, never revealing how she had been shot. After 8 months of an investigation, Merrett was arrested for shooting his mother once it was discovered that he had been forging her signature to support his playboy lifestyle. The murder charge was based strictly on circumstantial evidence, so he was only convicted of forgery, serving 1 year in prison. When he was released, he received a £50,000 inheritance and married a 17-year-old girl who was the daughter of his mother's friend and changed his name to Ronald Chesney. He quickly squandered what was a small fortune at the time and moved on to blackmail and fraud to support himself. During the Second World War, he joined the Royal Navy Reserve and was in Germany when the ceasefire was called. He was separated from his wife and became involved in the black market, buying and selling goods that were being rationed, smuggling them across borders in Africa and Europe. Merrett spent much of his post-war years in prison for his efforts, and he found out in 1954 that his wife was running a home for the elderly with her mother back in the UK. He returned home, but wasn't happy and decided to get rid of his wife, getting her drunk on gin and drowning her in the bath, hoping it would be considered an accident. His mother-in-law caught him during the act, however, so he killed her to eliminate the only witness. Merrett beat and strangled her, then fled the scene, heading back to Germany. Interpol put him on their wanted list, and when he realized he would soon be caught, he shot himself in the woods near Cologne. An inquest determined that he was the murderer of both women, though no trial was held since he was already dead. Today, you can see Merrett's forearms preserved in formaldehyde at the Black Museum at Scotland Yard, upon which scratches from his mother-in-law are reportedly still visible. If this is your birthday, I hope you have a great day. Leave me a comment so I can wish you a happy birthday. If you know someone whose birthday it is today, send them this video so they can find out all about their birthday twin. And to John Donald Merrett, I say, happy birthday, you bastard.